I've said it many times before and I'll keep saying it. The real estate development process is complex, and complexity is the thief of profits. There's no award for fumbling through an intricate project that doesn't make any money. But because the development process is complex, really there can be a disconnect between project owners and their ability to successfully execute. Now that's where an owner's representative comes in. Someone with the skills and expertise in real estate development that can bridge the gap between the owner and project completion. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss the owner rep business model, how it works, and how to go about finding the right one as a project owner. What's up everyone? It's Matt Marsh with Marsh & Partners. Marsh & Partners is a development and national consulting firm that helps business owners and investors maximize their real estate and transform their businesses. Now, if you're enjoying what we're doing here and want to keep seeing more content like this, please hit the like button, share this video and our other videos with people you think might find some value in them. The land development industry has never been one built on information sharing. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, it means that real estate developers, they look at their experience as their own intellectual property and theirs only. And in some cases they should. It takes years and exposure to various kinds of projects to develop the skills necessary. The problem is that you don't know really what you don't know. So the development industry has long profited off the fact that most people have no idea how to navigate a project. The expertise required to get a deal through planning, land entitlement, and construction crosses over so many traditional real estate and business functions. And the network of industry service providers that's required, it's a huge barrier to entry as well. Owners need relationships with trades like a surveyor, environmental consultant, civil engineer, architect, contractor, and land use attorney. So all that's to say that most project owners, small businesses building a new facility, or real estate investors sitting on some developable land, they aren't equipped to self-manage a development. And that's where a real estate development owner's representative comes in. In the construction world, an owner's representative is a development professional who's hired to represent the owner's interests throughout a project. The owner's rep will essentially manage the entire project. Now, what does that entail exactly? Well, let's dive in. Real estate development projects are laden with risk, and without previous experience, it's impossible to be able to foresee and sidestep some of the inevitable setbacks. When a project owner lacks expertise in design and construction, or doesn't have the time to self-manage a project, an owner's rep fills that void. At its core, the owner's representative will act as the project owner's advocate and represents their best interests. Assembling the real estate development team that best fits the project is a major aspect of the owner's rep's responsibility. Consultants have to bring their own priorities to a project, but by executing on the owner's vision, the developer will serve as the foundation, keeping the team's efforts properly aligned. And with all the disparate functions and tasks that you commonly encounter during land development, that really quickly turns into a full-time job. An owner's representative should have expertise in the following areas of land development. First, site selection and land acquisition. Finding the right property in the right place at the right time is critical to the success of a development. The functionality of a property is impacted by things like topography, access to utilities, required off-site improvements, environmental characteristics, etc. Structuring the land contract to allow for flexibility on the front end of a project is also important. Real estate due diligence. Different types of commercial real estate transactions require different types of investigations. And in order to properly mitigate risk, those due diligence tasks need to be sequenced properly. It's important that before pursuing a land development, all the critical investigations are done, ensuring the land can support the intended use. Third, site and project design. The site plan is the crux of every development. It sets the stage for what the development will look like on the ground. Overlay the architectural drawings, designs that are fleshed out during pre-development, and all of a sudden you have a lot of design work that influences later stages of the project. Project budgeting. The process of creating a development budget happens iteratively throughout a project. Conceptual estimates are compiled early based on schematic designs and refined as more design details are codified. The owner's rep should be the driving force of budget management and refinement. Fifth, development financing. While the project owner is the one financially responsible for the development, an owner's representative can assist in putting together a strategy for obtaining financing. The real estate development capital stack's often complex, and real estate developers can help broker introductions with different lending sources to help. Land entitlement. Now, land entitlement's a loaded term, but basically it's the administrative process of obtaining all the legal permits and approvals to build a project. During this phase, the site plan and all the engineering construction drawings are reviewed, and any property rezoning, conditional use permits, or variances are obtained. 7. Construction cost management. Now, this is a continuous process throughout a project. It happens during the design phase. Adequately managing project design is the single most important thing that you can do to control project costs. And as the development progresses, the design becomes reality, and the real estate developer is responsible for coordinating and managing the budget and contractors during construction. And 8, risk management. Risk management's a broad term, especially as it pertains to land development. But consider the various risks, considerations to weigh: legal and political, land entitlement risks, financing risk, construction risk. Project owners are frequently entrepreneurs that are well versed in identifying and managing risk and other aspects of their businesses. Owners' representatives should be the expert risk mitigators in every facet of the development process. Now, that's not an exhaustive list, but gives you a good idea of just how much an owner's representative is responsible for during a project, and how much value they can provide to a project owner. The true value of an owner's rep is in providing the framework for the project consultants to do their jobs unhindered, all while maintaining a laser focus on achieving the owner's vision as efficiently and inexpensively as possible. Finding a quality owner's rep is much more than finding someone who can simply help manage the process and mechanics of a development. There really are some intangible qualities and characteristics that project owners should also consider looking for. Think about project-specific experience. I've mentioned a couple of times that every development project is different. Each piece of land poses unique challenges, requiring an individual set of real estate due diligence tasks and nuance as it pertains to permitting and dealing with a specific municipality. But aside from the obvious differences, consider the disparities between retail and multifamily development, for instance, or industrial and urban infill. They're night and day different, and each requires a unique skill set, different approach to design and project management, and a different network of professionals that excel in the proposed asset type. It's imperative that an owner's representative has specific experience in similar kinds of projects. That ensures a much higher likelihood for success. Also consider expertise in real estate strategy. Now, of course, execution is important because that's really where the rubber meets the road on these development projects. But simply executing, it's something that many developers can handle. It's a service that really is easily commoditized. When looking for an owner's representative, it's important to find someone that has experience in real estate strategy and consulting as well. Now, while looking out for the project owner's best interests, the rep will assist in steering the project to better meet the owner's outcome intent. It's not uncommon that an owner will really come to me saying, hey, I want to build X. And after some discussion around project goals, their investment strategy, we change course and actually pivot to build Y instead. Owner's representative is a term that's been co-opted and commoditized. So instead, find a real estate development consultant that can offer expertise beyond what a simple project manager can. And also consider a focus on optionality. Too many choices are overwhelming, especially if the project owner is not well versed in the development process. But giving owners the flexibility to make decisions is important. Structuring a project offering multiple exit opportunities and articulating multiple courses of action with their associated financial and operational impacts. For example, what's the impact of designing stormwater infrastructure that can handle future iterations of phase development? Well, there's obviously a financial impact today, but also an operations impact in the future. How about capturing stormwater above versus below ground? Well, that decision carries financial considerations and has development density implications as well. Now, the point is that you should find an owner's rep that not only has the experience to navigate and consider these decision points, but someone who's willing to ask the tough questions as well. A yes man does a project owner no good during land development. Construction owners representation offers a model to help project owners navigate land development. It can be a critically important service if the owner lacks certain technical development skills and expertise, or they don't have the time to self-manage a project. By representing an owner's interests throughout the project, the owner's rep will help mitigate risk, ultimately achieving greater project profitability. Engaging the services of an owner's representative is important to do early in the project. They not only help manage the technical aspects of a project, elements like site and building design, real estate due diligence, and permitting, but offer insights on some of the project intangibles, like course of action optionality and other real estate consultative services. Delivering the right building in the right place at the right time lies at the intersection of tax implications, investment in business operations, legal structure considerations, business growth, and financial return parameters. Weighing these influences and delivering a project that meets the owner's intent is much more than just constructing a building. So if you're a small business whose space needs have changed, but you're not quite sure really what makes sense, we're happy to help with that early analysis. In many cases, ground-up development versus buying actually does make sense for businesses. And if we arrive at that conclusion, an owner's rep could be an essential member of that project team. And if you're a real estate investor that has a vision, or even has a property that might be underutilized, an owner's rep can help you achieve its highest and best use. At Marsh & Partners, we're developers by trade, but we consult with small businesses, real estate developers, and investors, and even landowners to help them achieve the optimal portfolio and real estate outcome. You can check out our real estate consulting services to learn more about how we might be able to help. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on content to help you through your real estate journey. You can also check out our website for more real estate insights at marsh-partners.com. Feel free, leave me a comment if there are any other topics you're interested in or you'd like me to cover specifically. And again, don't forget to subscribe if you want more content like this, and thanks for watching.